What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing good today, staying safe and healthy, and taking care of yourselves. After a much needed break to prioritize family, my health, and also get things back in working order, including working on a new project, I'm very happy today to bring you a new video update. Because for the last 2 years, I've been reviving my channel, and since I added gaming on here, it has been not only an amazing experience, but I've learned so much, and I've had a great time doing what I do. But with any experience in learning, there'll be some growing pains, there's some challenges to face. In this video, we're going to discuss the good things in this channel, the challenges I faced and how I conquered them, and most importantly, the overall vibe and direction of this channel going forward. But first, before we begin this conversation, there's something I want to do, and that is to thank all of you who have supported my channel all these years, who have taken the time to watch my videos. You guys are the real MVPs and make what I do worthwhile. I love what I do. And I also want to thank those of you who click on people's videos and they click off after 15 seconds. I'm thanking you because it is a reminder to all of us that not every video we make is for you. And I'm cool with that. However, I digress. Okay, so let's discuss what went well on the channel. And there are quite a few things that went pretty well. I felt quite success in. And the very first one to talk about is the fact that in late 2022, when I added gaming on my channel, I was at 754 subscribers. I'm trying to remember here. And as of today's recording, I'm now at 1199, which is no easy feat when you're doing gaming channels because there's so many of them and they're all doing the same thing. But I'm very happy that I was able to make it that far without gimmicks and just playing my favorite games, and building great memories and all that great stuff. I'm looking forward to doing more for you. And also, what was great about doing the gaming on the channel is it allowed me to find games that I want to truly play and share my experience with you guys. It also allowed me to rediscover games in my library that I've not played either in a long time, that I've never played before, or games that were from my childhood. An example of that is there's a game called Comic Zone, and for those of you who watch this video, if you're over 30 or 20, you're probably over 30. You remember that game on the Sega Genesis that was notorious for difficulty, where if you died in the first page, it was game over. You need to play it again. I had fun playing that game, and it was great sharing that experience with you guys. And if you want to see that, the full playthrough of that game, check out my channel. It's going to be in the upper right hand corner of the screen. Another successful thing I had as well is during the time of making videos, I was able to find my style. Be able to, build my own person as I'm recording these videos and playing it for you. And I've chosen to go with a radio broadcast style because for me it feels comfortable and natural. Also right now too, I could just talk to you guys, and there's no script. Everything is improvised, and I think it's when you have gameplay or gaming playthroughs that are full of comedy and spontaneity, it makes it a lot more fun. And I cannot wait to do more for you. And the third thing that went well is success of the channel is I've met a lot of other gamers on the channel who are playing older games, newer games in between, and it is awesome to build that kind of community, which is very important for me because we don't live in a vacuum, and I want to be able to share my experience with everyone. But despite all the success, unfortunately for me, there are a lot of challenges that overshadowed all this, and let's all talk about them. All right, so I discussed with you guys the success of the channel. What's gone good so far. Now the challenges, and there are quite a few of them. And I want to try to keep a positive vibe on this video today because this is my first video I've ever made where I show my face entirely on a webcam and recording for you. But one of the challenges off the rip, and I'll tell you right now what it was. So when I started doing gaming on my channel, unfortunately, I had an old laptop that finally decided to die on me. And it was next to impossible to make videos on my channel without a laptop. So But something like that happens, what do you do? What do you do? Well, you get creative. And I definitely did. And the first thing I'm telling you right now I did on the channel was I recorded all my videos on an Xbox console and edited it all with a smartphone. Like this one. This is the Moto G Stylus from 2020. And this phone has seen some battles. And I wouldn't wish this shit on my worst enemy. Because editing videos, especially videos of over an hour long on a smartphone, is not only not very fun, not very gratifying, it's so tedious. And what I dealt with there was this. If I'll tell you the process of how I made all my videos, and yes, every video I've made on my channel since 2020, late 2022 till now has been recorded on edited on a smartphone. So the way it was done is as I finally get my play on Xbox One, and if you have a store on a hard drive, you can record your game footage up to an hour at a time. And while that's not too bad, it also in itself it creates some sort of limitations in there. Because the limit to that is you're limited to 30 FPS, which kind of sucks. You're playing a game that's at 60, and there's no way to change it. And also, in order to record my voice commentary on my channel, I have to record all of that separately using an app called not InShot. It's called WavePad. Which, by the way, guys, if you're doing like audio commentary on a lapel mic, such as a Hollyland Lark M2S, that app is really good for editing your audio. So it's totally clean. Even this video, I recorded on my desktop. It is super clean. But yeah, so the process goes like this. I record a video. Let's say I play a game, Mass Effect, which, by the way, is also my channel. You want to see that? You can see that as well. Upper right hand corner. Yeah. Upper right hand corner. So yeah, so example, in Mass Effect, besides the part of the game where you create Commander Shepard, the very first part of the game when you go on Eden Prime, that from the Normandy to end of the mission takes about an hour. And that itself is that game is sort of fun, but it was very full of limitations trying to record it all. One limitation I've had to deal with is issues with video artifacting, sounds not in sync, the game sounds being off kilter. And also, if I wanted to record my commentary, I'd have to record it on WavePad and hope to God I get a nice quiet house to do it in. House is quiet, and of course, sometimes not. You get noise, you get outside noises. You get sometimes my wife's at home in the kitchen making dessert or a snack, or even the sound of people outside, cars honking, the control pad clicking, and that get irritating fast. So the process is this: I'll do the video, then I would upload it to Dropbox Lite. Yes, there is an app on Xbox, but Dropbox. And depending on the size of the video, it would take hours to upload that video. And then once uploaded, sorry, what was there? Then once you upload it, I then had to go to my phone on Dropbox there and download the video. And that could take hours too. And not only that, you lose data on your phone. It's not very fun doing that. And then I go to another app called InShot, which is, by the way, if you're using CapCut, no CapCut. I go InShot on the phone at least. And that's a good app to use to upload your video. But yeah, it took so long to do the videos, and you're limited to 30 frames a second, and you can't do 4K or anything like that. So that there's some limitations. But as of today, I'm very happy to say that as of this recording, I'm no longer doing that. I got my computer built. It runs really good, and I cannot wait to make more videos for you guys. Now, the next challenge I faced in reviving my channel is competition. Now, when I say competition, I don't mean from other YouTubers, because I've been on YouTube for many years, and I've seen many great channels, from game design to playing video games to 3D modeling to art, tech news, and so forth. All those guys are amazing, and I really admire the work, the ethic, and even the creativity that goes in these channels. The competition I'm referring to, however, is the competition for the limited attention of the modern audience. And I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about when I say this. Because we live in an age where people want everything done right now. They want it done as fast as they can. You watch a movie, they want the scene to pull them in right away, or they're not watching it after a minute. It's also called a microwave society. And I can go on and on with the analogies. Okay, one more. Basically, the modern audience, especially on YouTube, they want the food hot and ready before you can make it. And that's not a good thing. And despite, we have TikTok now with shorts and reels and whatnot. And I kind of feel that the shorts and reels have put a hindrance on those who are trying to make longer, more meaningful content. Example, my videos on my channel, they average about 45 minutes on average. And let me tell you, when I do all these videos on my channel, it's not easy. Even myself, I start worrying about if the video is too long. And yes, there's a wrap on my shoulder, I'm sorry. I worry about if the video is too long, or if I'm going to be recording much too long, when they watch it. And I've had issues where I can make a really good video and no one bother watching it. And I'll admit for myself, that gets pretty discouraging. But I'm not gonna give up so easily. And try to hold it hope. There's so much going on at one time for the audience. It's hard keeping focus. So I've been trying to method this to try to get on to focus. One thing I've tried was taking bits of videos of myself from my recordings. In fact, before I got the computer back, I found a way to record video footage of myself talking while I play my games on a smartphone again. But that created a lot of overhead, and I couldn't keep doing that. So that's another challenge I faced as a creator. The third challenge, and it's not related to the channel itself, but after recording videos for a long time, and even anything, you're doing videos on gaming and whatnot, it makes you feel bouts of impostor syndrome. And I've dealt with that most of my life, even on perfectionism. Worry about how's the video look? Will it look right? Did I stutter in my videos? And yes, I do have a speech impediment. You probably heard a little bit of it. I'm trying to keep it under control. But that right there, it really bothered me for a while as I'm trying to grow the channel organically. No gimmicks, no extra fluff, just me talking to you on camera. And it was important for me to really try to make quality videos without sacrificing my integrity to do so. And speaking of attention, if you guys are still here watching this video, I want to thank you, because making this video is not easy. I'm not used to being on camera like this. And this is probably on this channel, probably one of the rare occasions where I'm on camera the whole time talking to you. I like a talking head video. And I'll end the challenges with one final challenge. And this one, it really hit home for me, because I remember being on Threads, where I do share my videos there too, where I do remember that someone made a comment about my channel saying that it lacks humanity. Now, can you imagine that? Someone telling your channel lacks humanity. How do you respond to that exactly? What does it mean to lack humanity? And what I got from this was, it stemmed from the fact that in all my gaming videos, I do not appear on screen, or I do not put my face in my thumbnails. And I do neither for good reason. And the first reason, obviously, of course, is during the making these videos, I had no way until recently. I had no way of recording external video on my playthroughs, and that, like I said earlier, that in itself added unnecessary overhead to the editing on the phone. And secondly, about privacy. I don't want my face everywhere. On the screen. It's like someone making a music video all up in the video all the damn time. And it really hit home for me hearing that. But the ironic thing is about people telling you that your videos lack humanity is a lot of you are making videos to appease an algorithm that has no feelings, that's always changing, has no human taste, And most importantly, you're waiting to be chosen by it because, well, you want to push your video so it picks you. I refuse to do that. I want to be able to be organic, to have fun, and do the videos in my way that I know how to. Organically, just have a good time. But in the last few weeks, I've taken this whole time. I've taken a break. It has made me think about how I want to handle my videos going forward. And I've tried a few things to humanize my channel, because we live in a generation that emphasizes looks and image over talent and merit. It's very similar to the music industry of today, where they care more about how you look, how marketable you are, versus your actual talent. I mean, think of the 90s. Back in the day, if you were a singer, you had to know how to sing. There was no auto-tune back then. You had to be talented. But of course, all that went away when you started focusing on beauty and looks. So yeah, it did bother me a long time, and it made me question myself, why am I here doing this on YouTube? How can I make it better? So I've been working behind the scenes the last 2 months trying to figure out how to make my channel more human. And it also the whole camera thumbnail thing. We're also a generation that's so obsessed with being seen, so obsessed with wanting attention so much. It's almost an unhealthy obsession, and I refuse to take part in that. However, of course, like I said, I'm going to work harder to make the channel more human. So, to do this, I've actually taken my example, one of my recent videos, I think it was Plague Inc., as well as Fable. And you can see those two games on my channel as well, where I try to interject videos myself, talking, reacting, laughing, whatever, while I play the game. And I had fun with that. In fact, the camera, it felt invisible. And I want to make sure if I get on camera and play my games for you guys, I want to make sure that the camera feels invisible. And that takes practice. So let's get ready to close this video, because there's something big I want to discuss at the end, and I want you to hear for it. So in closing of this video, the reason why I've taken the last 2 months off from YouTube is there's something I want to do with the channel. I've had this channel since the beginning of YouTube. That's right. YouTube came out February 14th, 2005. And this channel was born in September of 06. And I've seen the platform grow, good and bad. And the experience has been great. I've been able to share my skills, my talent as a 3D artist. And this channel originally was for that purpose. As to share my skills as a 3D artist, game development, and a lot of other great things. But since adding gaming on this channel, that has been the most funnest experience I've had. I'm playing games that I forgot I had, or games I haven't played since my teenage years. And it's just fun to play. So I'm making the choice now for this very channel, I'm going to be working on some changes in the next few weeks. And this channel is going to be gaming only. All gaming all the time. Now, as for my channel's roots as a 3D artist, because not only am I a gamer, I'm also a 3D artist too. I'm deciding to take my art projects for 3D art, 3D modeling, and I'm going to create a whole new channel out of that, because I think it deserves its own channel, and it allows me to focus on the art side and the gaming passion. And the current name of the channel, KR Graphics, is going with it to the new channel. So I'll be updating the channel over the coming weeks, and I'm looking for the whole new experience, because now there's no more editing on a smartphone, no more dropping the Dropbox back and forth, and I can now record all my game footage on my high-end workstation, which I'm so glad I have this thing, man. It's powerful as hell. So I hope you guys had fun watching this video. Well, not fun, but I hope you guys get something out of this, because this is my first time making a video like this in a very long time. I could sit down and talk to my audience, on camera, talk to you all face to face, in manner of speaking, because I love what I do, and I hope to build a community. Hope to build community with you guys. We can all share memories together, build experiences, and most importantly, play great games. And my goal to this to play games modern, retro, and in between. So that's all for me, guys. And I hope I don't go on too long rambling, because, well, this is something I don't do often. But I hope you guys take care of yourselves. Have a good evening, and God bless you. Thank you.